Welcome, beautiful souls. I'm Aida Jasmine, and welcome to your weekly reading for the week of the 13th of October. Now, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, and I always believe that you will arrive here whenever those messages are meant for you. But as a general reading, just take what resonates and what doesn't, because I am reading for literally millions of people on the planet. So we're going to get stuck straight in. I'll do one card for each of the zodiac signs, and then I'll do a general collective reading at the very end. Plus, I have a very special offer for you, so stay with me till the end. Okay, let's get started. So let's start with Aries. Straight off the bat, beautiful. Aries, you have this energy of fast-moving energy this week. And with this energy of the solar eclipse that we're just coming out of that tail end of, it's a huge energy that impacts each of us in various different ways. But for you this week, Aries, I really feel that things are starting to kick off. You're going to start to see the momentum and movement. So with this energy this week, it's about what's ready to be faced. What are you ready to release and dissolve? And what are you ready to receive clarity on? And for you this week, it's very much in this energy of everything's going to be, you're going to start to see movement. Everything's going to start to be moving forward and ensuring that that is heading in a direction that you're desiring, because you are aligning, and fast moving energy will be in whatever you're aligning to. So that can be great stuff and great manifestations and great dreams and goals and things that you're desiring, or it can be in fast moving energy towards something that you may not be necessarily wanting to, the car crash, so to speak. And not saying that that's going to happen this week, but this is definitely aligning with your goals, dreams, and desires, because any energy, Aries, that you're focusing on this week will start to amplify. You'll start to receive momentum and magnetism and manifestations rapidly. So there is a little, I don't do warnings, but if there is a warning, it's like making sure that you are focused on what you desire, because that fast moving energy will definitely magnetize it to you this week, Aries. All right, my loves, thank you. Let's go Taurus. Taurus, you got the Knight of Swords. So again, you can see that this is fast moving. He's the fastest moving knight in the deck, right, in Tarot. And with this, it's of the mind. So swords is air energy. This is ideas, thoughts, things that you're starting to think. The clarity that you've been desiring is starting to take momentum. So this solar eclipse energy that we've just coming out of, it's starting to see the momentum. It's starting to see clarity. And often contrast gives you clarity. Like, that's not what I wanted clarity on. But what you're receiving is like, okay, if this is not what you're desiring, then the contrast is giving you clarity on what you truly desire and refocusing, because you're starting to see fast moving energy again for you, being the Knight of Swords, as you can see, is moving rapidly in this card. All of the movement, making sure that you're aligning, making sure that your ideas, your thoughts, your beliefs are in alignment with what you desire. So there'll be a lot of new, feeling a lot of new thoughts, but you're also wanting to take action on what you are receiving. So things are starting to take some momentum, which is lovely to see. Let's go Gemini. Okay, Gemini. On contrast for you this week, Gemini, it's about the Hermit. And he is, it doesn't matter whether it's masculine or feminine, he's inviting an introspection. He's inviting a little bit more slow-paced energy for you this week. This is, again, he's usually just coming out of the cave, looking at what he is in his lantern, which is the star, your goals, dreams, and desires. And he's focused on this, and he's been contemplating this. What is it that you desire? Gemini, what is it that you are desiring? What is it that you're desiring to manifest? What is your soul calling you forward into? Because this is stillness. This is a pause moment, and it is definitely not the energy of quitting. It's not acquiescing. We're not surrendering in that way. We are surrendering to our internal self, your GPS, your intuition, your gut instinct. This is you being a little bit more reflective this week and not thinking about the past in that regard. It's about what is it you desire, and realigning your plan, your strategy, your energy, your energetics in alignment again for this week, because this is about dissolving and identifying what you're needing to dissolve this week to bring clarity on what you are moving forward to. So this week, Gemini, you're being invited to really be in that energy of contemplation. What is it that your goals are? What is it that you're desiring? What's your dreams? And a little bit more intention around that. Thank you, my loves. Let's go Cancerians. And I'm also a Cancer. Let's see what we have coming in for this week. Okay, we've got the Nine of Wands. Yeah, I just felt that beautiful energy just imbue. And this is a pause moment. We may be feeling a little bit weary, overwhelmed. We've been working hard towards something. However, it's also saying take a moment to reflect. Look at the fruits of your labor. Sometimes we can be so focused, head down, bum up, right, tail in the air, focused on what we're producing, what we're doing. We may be even in that cycle of hustle, grind, force, push, which the energy of now this cycle this week is inviting us to rest, pause, review. Look at the fruits of your labor. We reap what we sow. And whilst we may not be quite at that reaping stage, we can start to see the shoots and how far they've come of what our thoughts, our intentions, our attention has been focused on. So this is a moment to reflect, review, pause, and then we can pivot as and when required and needed. Thank you, my loves. Let's go Leo. What does Leo have coming in this week? I love this energy for you, Leo. This is overflowing emotion in such a positive, loving, compassionate way. Whereas Cancerians might be feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling overflow. And they are the same thing, overflowing, overwhelmed. It's this overflowing of emotions, but when it's something that we are struggling to manage, we feel overwhelmed. But let me remind you, allow it to flow. This is beautiful, heart-filled energy. Emotions are overflowing, which is gratitude, gracefulness, ease, and grace. My beloved Leos, this week, allow your heart to open and overflow. Your heart is breaking open. Allow it to open. Allow it to flow. Allow yourself to receive that love and gratitude and appreciation for you, through you, as you, and giving it as well. This is a reciprocity energy, but you are being gifted from seemingly out of nowhere from the universe, a heart full. Be open to receiving this abundance. Be allowing it to flow through you. Allow yourself to receive this week, my beloved Leos. Thank you, my loves. Let's go Virgo. To my Virgos, I love this. You've got the Six of Wands, and this is victory. I'm hearing cheers and applause. So this week you may be receiving this, accolades, and it's allowing yourself to do this. It's important to receive and recognize your gifts and talents. There's a lot of spiritual community that say that's just the ego. You're not allowed to do that. And I'm here to suggest you are absolutely allowed to recognize your gifts, your talents, and receive that. Someone saying a job well done, not because you need it. You're not giving your power away to it. You're not expecting it. You're not performing for this. You're simply in that service energy and you're being recognized. And that's a really beautiful, aligned energy to be in. So allowing yourself to receive this, feeling this energy that you have accomplished much. And it's allowing yourself to receive that gratitude, appreciation, externally as well as for yourself. 6 being the number of healing, recovery, and love. Allowing yourself to feel that and shift that energy. Things are slowly, because this is a slower moving procession for you, starting to shift in alignment for you. I'm getting that sense of things are lining up in your favor. When you walk your truth, when you walk your path, they do line up, and there's victory on this pathway when it is absolutely aligned for you and you are on the right track. Thank you, my loves. Let's go Virgo. Forgive me, that was for Virgo. So let's go Libra. Thank you, my loves. I just got that reminded. The Empress. Beautiful. Libra, this is reminding you of your power. That balance is what you created. Because Libra, you're the scales. And you're seeking this balance, searching endlessly for balance. But balance is what you create. And this is the time to recognize you truly do have it all. Sometimes balance means giving a little bit more energy and attention to one specific area in your life. That may be your career, that may be your relationships, it may be your family in this moment. Balance isn't always 50-50. Work-life balance isn't always 50-50. It may come into flow, which is beautiful, but this week you're feeling that flow. Allowing yourself to receive. There's a lot of receiving this week and alignment and releasing what isn't serving. And receiving the clarity. Because here she is with her scepter in hand, receiving the clarity for her next steps. But we can't necessarily always do that when we're moving, when we have this one goal. Sometimes we need to sit back, allow ourselves to receive clarity on the fuller vision of what we're actually moving towards. Can't see the forest for the trees, right? We're so close to something, we don't see the grander picture. So this is about taking a seat back, momentarily pausing, feeling the rewards, reaping the rewards of all that you have done and accomplished, and allowing yourself to receive, getting clarity on your next step before taking it, not just doing for the sake of doing. We are co-creating with the universe, co-creating with spirit, which is a beautiful energetics that I absolutely preach to, for want of a better word. We are co-creating with the universe. This isn't about hustle, grind, force, do. And if you've been in that energy, it's allowing you to surrender to spirit, allowing yourself to receive the next steps and what's for you moving forward. Thank you, Libra. That's a beautiful message reminding you from spirit. Thank you, my loves. Let's go Scorpio. Nice. Knight of Wands. Again, this is more momentum and movement aligned with your passions and desires, because Wands is that fire energy. And this week, Scorpio, you're starting to see that there's momentum and movement for you. Yes, let yourself be lit up by your desires. Let yourself be lit up by your fire. The fire of purification, may it burn away all that no longer serves you, which is also the energy of this week. And then allow it to clear the pathway, so you know exactly the direction that you're being called towards. And there is movement for you this week, my beloved Scorpios. Something that is lighting you up and you're saying, yes, my soul, my whole body. You know that feeling when your body says yes. It lights up, it's warm, it's tingling, right? It's passionate. Versus, oh, I don't really want to do this. But this is depending on whether it's the ego. This is your soul calling you forward and saying yes. Time to take momentum and movement towards what you do desire this week, my beloved Scorpios. Thank you, my loves. Let's go Sagittarius. All the knights are coming out at the moment. This is the Knight of Cups. So he's slower moving, but there's this beautiful cup of love coming for you. And in cups being water energy, being emotional energy. And this week, you're not being overflowing with emotion, Sagittarius. You're receiving this cup of love. And you may be giving this to another, and you're also being invited to receive it. I'm getting this energy of reciprocity for you. Give as you receive and receive as you give. And allowing the momentum to continue moving slowly forward. Sometimes we want to leap right in, jump all in. But this is inviting you this week, one slow, steady step at a time. Gentle momentum forward. This is not a moment or a week to jump in. It's not no leaps are required this week or compelling you. This is that slow movement. Do your due diligence, walk slowly and see what's happening in and around you for you this week. Because his helmet is open. He's seeing the steps forward. He's receiving the clarity and he's slowly making progress. And this is definitely for you this week, Sagittarius. Thank you, my loves. Let's go Capricorn. Another ace. I love this. Capricorn, this is all about clarity, precision. I'm getting it's concise, clear. You may have been feeling a little bit blocked. I'm seeing that veil lifted. You're putting down the sunglasses. You're removing the rose-colored glasses and you're receiving crystal clear clarity. Is that a tongue twister? Clarity. And it's being divinely guided. So allow yourself to receive that this week and seeing it for truly what it is. Receiving it for truly what it is. Sometimes we receive messages and we try and dress it up and turn it into a story that we want. This is eliminating all the red flags. This is you coming through the clouds, the veil, the shadow, into the light. Crystal clear clarity is absolutely here for you this week, my loves. Allow yourself to see what truly is. So I'm not getting a sense of movement and forward. This is a moment of receiving. divine guidance, connect with your spirit team, the universe, your highest level self, whatever it is, and open to receiving what truly is for you, what your next step is forward, the planning phase, the bigger goals, the realignment focus for you, because it's divinely crowned. It's your highest level self guiding you. And it is absolutely that royalty. It's that sovereignty. It's beautiful for you this week, Capricorn. We all desire clarity. And when we receive it, it's gold, absolute gold. Thank you, my loves. Let's go Aquarius. The star. I'm getting a sense for you, my loves. There's this great goal and there's these little steps required to it. And we call these milestones, little tasks to get to the bigger picture, the little steps to achieve the great apex of the mountain. And you may be watering the same pond, which is beautiful, and it's full, fulfilling, and it's full, but there's new territories. There may be this idea. There may be this side hustle, that some like to call it, that your soul's calling you forward. You may be, I'm getting a sense, and I'm seeing someone doing a little bit more research around something that really lights them up. So you may be having a secular job that's doing really well for you. You may be in an area of your life it's been great and it's been moving along quite successfully. It's got its momentum going, but there's something new that's calling you. And it's saying, yeah, she's got her toe dipped in the water. Grass is greener where you water it. So being mindful of where you are, placing your energies. Yeah. This is not a time for divided. This is saying, yes, I'm still continuing to feel this, but I'm also reviewing what's over here. I'm also seeing what lights me up. I'm focused on this bigger goal, but I know that there are other ways to get there. All roads lead to Rome, right? And whilst there may be one pathway, and sometimes we'd like the most direct pathway, there are other avenues to get there. The little pivots along the way are lessons that we are requiring, or more information to make that so much more successful. If you're starting a new business, you may need to learn how to do administration, social media, accounting, all of that stuff. So all these little other roles that you pick up along the way are supporting this grander goal. And that's what you're being reminded this week. So I'm getting a sense of sitting back, planning, but also nurturing both. Continuing with this at the moment. This is not the time to cut your losses, take a leap of faith, and jump all in. This is more about nurturing both, because you absolutely can. We're not burning the candle at both ends. We're simply seeing what it takes, doing that little bit of research, seeing how your heart pulls you, and allowing those messages to come through. Spirit, these stars are raining down. Right? It's coming from your highest level self, from your spirit guides, God, the universe. Allowing yourself to see the way, knowing that it's not greener over there, it's greener where you water it. And you're the one that's doing the work, being in alignment with what is required of you. This is beautiful surrender energy, naked under the moon, naked under the sun, which is that surrender as that childlike wonderment of what wants to unfold through you this week, my beloved Aquarius. Oh, incredible messages for you. Let's go Pisces. Thank you, my loves. Pisces. This is very much that energy of dissolving illusions, leaving behind what doesn't serve you. And you may be focused on what you've lost. However, Spirit, God, Universe is reminding you to look at what you still have. Those two cups are still full. This is the card of pivoting, shifting, change, what you're thinking and feeling towards something. This is a card of crying over spilt milk or wine or water. And when we do that, we can be focused on what we've lost. But this is reminding you, this is something that you can shift. We're not spiritually bypassing this. We're recognizing, yes, okay, that has been in the past. This time we're moving forward. The moment you look up, look around you and give gratitude and grace for what you still have, you see that there's this bridge that leads to the castle over here. So you're potentially missing out the greater pathway, that there is a pathway very clear for you, and allowing yourself to see that, but we need to look up. Sometimes when we're manifesting or we're calling something in, we're doing it from the comfort of our home, comfort of our sofa, our couch. But we need to get out through the door. We need to see things from a different perspective. This is inviting you to see things from a different perspective, to look around, have gracefulness, gratitude, that attitude of gratitude for what you have, to shift the emotional body, releasing those emotions, those heaviness, that cloak, releasing that, giving it gratitude, forgiving yourself and others, not because you agree with what's transpired, simply to let yourself be free. Freedom and forgiveness is about you, my love. It's time to give you the gift of forgiveness, compassion for yourself. And the moment you do, you feel lighter. There's some beautiful Ho'oponopono prayers that you can watch on YouTube that help you release that energy. I've got a beautiful 10-10 manifestation and activation you can watch to help you release that heaviness and align, to see the clarity of what you still have, that gift of gratitude and grace. Big shifts of energies for you this week, my loves, Pisces. All right, my loves, let's do one for the collective. See what collective energy of releasing illusions, what we're needing to feeling and facing this week, and what's coming in. We've got the Two of Pentacles. This is about decisions, and I got that sense of juggling. Yeah, we have a choice this week. So as a collective, this week we have a choice. And Pentacles are earth energy, body, home, livelihood, money, earth energy. So we're making decisions, and these boats that are in the water, things may sometimes be a little bit up and down, peaks and troughs, and sometimes they may feel like they're massive, and sometimes they're these gentle waves, but boats were designed to weather storms, certainly more so now. Knowing that you have what it takes to weather these storms, you have built so much resilience. Allow yourself to see the strength of your persistence. And I know that sometimes we've gone through so much. It's like, I'd like some flow now. You have the power of choice this week. What you're choosing to place your intention on, your attention. You have the choice of what this emotional body is aligning with you, where you're placing your time, money, energy, and effort, which is the earth energy, the Pentacles energy. You have that power of choice this week, my loves. Where are you placing your time, money, energy, and effort? You have that choice. You have those agreements in place. And where can you re-agree some of those things? Dissolve the illusions, receiving clarity for what is, and choosing the pathway through that. And sometimes we absolutely always have a choice, and sometimes it's not one that we choose to make, or desire to make, I should say. But they are for your highest good. Align with what is here for your highest good. Know that sometimes things may feel overwhelming, overflowing. But when we choose to align with our soul's desires, with our soul's mission, with what we're here for, whatever that may be, then the path clears. And we are receiving these experiences because that's what we're here to do as humans. I am not here to bypass the human experience. I'm here to fully embrace it, and I encourage you to do so too. And we do that by seeing the light in those situations, by taking the gold from them and moving through them. We don't stay in the storm. We can choose to, the storms that we create in our own mind, or the dramas that we create in our own life. And yes, I said that. There are people who create dramas simply because that's something that's comfortable for their nervous system. They're so used to that energy. But you have the choice to shift that. Create more peace and harmony and establish equilibrium in your nervous system, in your body, in your physiologically, as well as the energetics. And if you need support in that, please feel free to reach out. I also have a beautiful program where there's self-love, which helps establish the energetic alignment, connecting you to the truth and of who you are, awakening your intuition, your soul-led path, and establish equilibrium in your beautiful body, coming home to yourself. So from there, all the abundance flows to you. The wisdom flows to you. Channels open up and you collapse timelines because you are in alignment with who you truly are. And the link will be down below. And as I mentioned before, I also have this beautiful presence before pixels, which is establishing how do we reclaim our time, our energy from this consciousness. We're living in this beautiful digital world, which is incredible for many, but we don't want to get caught up in it. We don't want to give our power away over to it. We want to reclaim our power, reclaim our presence and our humanity and our gifts, our human potentiality. When it's connected to source, it's infinite potential, and manifest from a space of pure abundance and prosperity, and what that looks like for you. And I'll link that down below as well. So thank you, my loves. Always a pleasure, and I look forward to connecting with you again next week. So please give this video a like, a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I am here for you. I see you, I hear you, and I love you, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Namaste.